Hey, my name is Stuart from IQ Solar, and I want to talk about why people advertise 6.6 kilowatt systems in Sydney. And if you've been looking at solar for any period of time, you will have been bombarded by ads for 6.6 kilowatt systems. Why is that? Do they make sense? So that's what we're going to cover today. The reason they exist is because we have some regulations from the two grid owners in Sydney. In Sydney there are two grid owners, Ausgrid and Endeavour. If you look at this map, you'll see the approximate boundaries of those two companies. If you are within the Endeavour part of the world and you have a single phase power supply to your house, you are only allowed to install up to a 5 kilowatt inverter on that phase. And because with solar design guidelines we can oversize the inverter, the maximum we can oversize it is actually to 6.66 kilowatts. So that's why everyone advertises those. The reason is that everyone can put on 6.6 kilowatts if they've got the roof space. Now, if you have a 3-phase power supply within the Endeavour network, that is not a limitation. You can put that on, but you can also put on a much bigger system. You're not constrained by that 5 kilowatt limitation anymore. Within the Ausgrid part of Sydney, you can put on 10 kilowatts per phase. So what that means is, if you've only got a single phase house, you can still put on a 10 kilowatt inverter. They do exist. There are 10 kilowatt single phase inverters. And on that we can load up 13.3 kilowatts of panels, which is a very large system. You may run out of roof space before we can fit that on. So the 6.6 is not a constraint if you are within the Ausgrid part of Sydney. And if you're 3-phase within Ausgrid, you can go much bigger again. So the reason why people offer the 6.6s is that it's still a good size system, but everyone can fit it on, even people who are single phase within the Endeavour part of the network. It doesn't have to be a limitation for you if that's not your situation. So I'd much rather talk to you about what you've got. I can help show you whether you're single or 3-phase. If you look at this picture, for example, you'll see that in your meter box, there's one little black box at the top that's called a service fuse. Typically, if you have one of those, you are single phase, or on your meter, it'll say 1P, 1 phase. This is a meter box with 3 service fuses, which means it is a 3-phase supplied house. And the meter will typically say 3P just on the meter there. Anyway, love to help you choose the right size system for your house. Give me a call, Stuart on IQ Solar 0424 225 097. Thanks.